Oke, kita lanjutin lagi. Hori jong tegejong kejong. Aduh. Tadi apa ya? Setelah kita mau nyari koordinat tempatnya Eluti ya. Ternyata ada sekawanan dari siapa tuh tadi teh namanya teh? Stalker Datang. Sniper ya. Apa namanya? Setelah kita mau ke Eluti ada pasukan si siapa tuh namanya tadi? Pasukannya si orang luar angkasa itu, sama tadi ada satu weapon yang bisa mendekaktifkan mendekaktifkan armornya itu. Nah, gue kurang tahu dah itu bajunya armornya itu kan ada di Horizon 1. Kayaknya itu deh apa namanya teknologinya si orang alien itu dulu dah yang terbang dari luar angkasa deh. Soalnya di Horizon 1 kalau lo muter-muter nanti lo dapat baju yang mirip kayak musuh kita. Jadi ada shield di badannya dia gitu loh. Nah, itu yang bikin kayak imun gitu untuk beberapa damage. Kalau di ROT zaman apa? Di ROT kayak Kairi. Jadi dia imun berapa damage baru damage aslinya masuk. Oke, nggak ada loot lagi. Oh, ada tuh. Itu ada looting. Bentar, looting dulu. Oh, sap.
Stash this away for later.
Oke. Ini kita mau ngecek nih mayatnya nih. Kita cek dulu supply nggak ada ya. Oke, ini masih full story ya. Oh iya bener cok. Nih di sini ini ngapain di sini kita? Di sini kayak full story dah. Ada di bagian barat, kita ngapain ke sini cok? Oh biasanya sini ya, biasanya di sini. Biasanya tuh di sini. Terus kita manjat storynya ke sini. Ini apa nih? SOS koordinat. Oh ini dia. Langsung ya teteh.
Whatever the rebels did, it took down her shield.
It took down her shield katanya.
But why was she here? I can
Kenapa
access
dia
her
bisa
last
di sini
communication
kayak?
file,
Oh
but
bisa ngakses
I'll use
komunikasi
my
terakhir ya
focus to
katanya.
scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
If it looked like she can make it come and go, it will. But it's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
Oke. Senjatanya kayak bisa ngesummon terus bisa hilang gitu. Keren ya senjata makhluk bumi yang masa depan banget. Ini apa nih? Gue bisa scan. Oh, X. Oh, ini Spectre-nya, Cok. Robot Spectre nih.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Membantu recovery aset katanya. Ntar kita cek dulu. Tadi ada yang di atas satu. Itu orangnya si Val. Di atas sih satu kan itu. Ntar kita cek dulu. Kita ke atas kayaknya. Weapon di undesign apa? Weapon unknown design. Nah ini senjatanya nih.
Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
Nunggu adem dulu senjatanya katanya. Oh ini ada lagi cok.
An Oseram with a focus. Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
Mengirimkan data melewati fokus cok. Ini apa nih?
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area?
Mantau ya, ada yang mantau juga sini.
I think I have an idea what happened here.
Oke.
I better get back to Errand.
Kita bakal cerita ke Aaron dulu.
right, she who sees the unseen.
Si who see the
What did you
unseen,
find out?
anjay.
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there.
Serangan yang
The
dia
rebels must have
rencanakan.
been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it. The Oseram that was operating it was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
Oke.
I've known tinkers that do that. I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover something called the asset.
The asset? Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Val.
Oke. Dirangkum sambil saya ke toilet sebentar. Jadi senjatanya itu prototype. Jadi waktu dites senjatanya kalau oke, fokusnya itu ngirim datanya hasil dari eksperimennya gitu. Dan ini ternyata emang serangan yang direncanakan. Plus tadi cewek itu nyari aset yang di recovery gitu, yang dipulihkan. Kayak mungkin diambil balik kali ya, tapi nggak tahu aset itu apa. Bentar, aku toilet dulu. Wah, mata gua agak melek lagi main Horizon. Kembali. Sap. Kita bakal kasih tahu Far apa yang terjadi di Battlefield. Oke. Mungkin nanti kita dapat ini ya, clue-nya ya, gimana cara ngalahin shieldnya dulu. Cuma kayak sih kita mau recover aset juga, kayak aset yang dicari tuh apa sama Eleuthia-nya kan. Ya udah mau level 31 aja udah. Ada lobang cok anjing.
That's a long way down.
Wah, digali sampai dalam nih.
Straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Digali.
Whatever
Ke
it
dalam
was, it must
gunung.
have been powerful.
Kayak ini baru
That
katanya.
Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
All right, so we head down.
Errand, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
Oke. Nih, kayaknya asetnya ada di dalam nih. Dan ini katanya baru banget digali dan sesuatu yang sangat kuat. Anjing apa bolong gini nih. Oh, ini SOS koordinat juga nih soalnya. Masih
There's
iya.
some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its hiding spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
Katanya yang musuh kita punya backupan Gaia juga. Karena dipaksa gitu mungkin ngirim sinyal distress gitu, sinyal SOS gitu kali ya. Oke, ini Ini sebenarnya laboratorium yang gagah gitu ya, cuma diterobos gitu anjing. Gas lurus anjing. Oke, kita turun lagi ke bawah. Tuh, bolong gini aja. Aduh, apa ini? Kalau jalannya ke kanan berarti kita ke kiri dulu. Justru kalau ketemu musuh tuh berarti jalannya salah, Cok. Common things in RPG atau petualangan. Kalau ketemu musuh berarti kamu benar. Sama kayak kehidupan juga. Kalau kamu ketemu orang-orang yang menyulitkan kamu, ya berarti kamu ada di jalan yang benar. Eloy tekeloy. Oh, ini dia. Kalau ke kiri kita lurus dulu. Make sure biar tahu dulu kan, ya enggak ya enggak. Mission value. Scan kayak biasa, scan dulu. Tipis-tipis, nggak ada, kosong. Ke atas dulu. Kayaknya ini masih kayak aula, bukan aula sih, kayak cuma jalan penghubung aja.
Looks like some kind of data center.
Oh, data center,
I
pusat
might
data.
be able to access the facility systems from that console.
Akses facility dari konsol itu. Oke, kita cek dulu kiri kanan jalannya sama. Ini ada command log. Tapi ini laboratorium juga ya. Beamcast transmitter to unknown design, damage beyond repair. Alat buat ngetransmisiin ini, Cok, sinyal ya. Jalan tipis-tipis dulu aja. Tapi tempatnya kayak tempat bos ya. Tipis-tipis mah. Tapi game sekarang tuh enaknya ada ini ya. Game sekarang tuh asiknya pasti ada 2 orang gitu. Jadi kayak walaupun kita main sendirian tapi ngerasa kayak nggak sendirian aja gitu. Seenggaknya bisa nge-assist, ngelur lah gitu. Jadi perhatiannya kebagi dikit-dikit. Kayak berasa company-nya lah. Berasa temenannya lah. Lah ini ada tombak transmisi nih. Punya siapa nih? Oh, ini punya si ini, Cok. Musuh.
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
Oh, jadi habis ngirim sinyal langsung meledak gitu dia. Jadi habis bekerja sesuai fungsinya dia baru meledak gitu. Fungsinya jalan, dah selesai gitu.
This was a Far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
So Eluthia's gone?
If it was ever here, then probably.
Oke.
Then why were the Zeniths still searching for the asset? Let's keep looking around.
Oke, kalau misalnya Elutia tuh benar-benar diambil ya udah gitu karena telat kan. Jadi ini katanya datanya Far Zenith. Ya mungkin inilah kayak backupan gitu. Jadi dia kesini ngambil, ditransmisiin, ditransfer, udah selesai gitu. Cuma kalau misalnya Elutianya udah diambil, kenapa dia kesini lagi? Apa yang di recover, Cok, asetnya itu yang masih dicari sama kita nih.
So, exploring another Far Zenith ruin.
At least this one doesn't seem to have giant killer machines.
Or anything you can blow up.
Seenggaknya nggak ada mesin yang gede-gede lah, atau nggak ada sesuatu yang lu ledakin lah. Oke. Ini bukan yang nggak bisa lari ya, tapi aing jalan aja gitu kayak biar kayak ada ceritanya gitu kan. Biar nggak buru-buru gitu, biar kayak film-film. Kan orang kalau nyari kan nggak mungkin lari-lari gitu kan, kayak tipis-tipis aja dulu. Enjoy the game. Eta ke bawah, Cok. Kayaknya ke atas dulu kali ya. Nah, ini pintu nih. Oh, bawah juga pintu, Cok.
Wait, holding up?
Tapi feeling gue sih ke atas dulu ya. Soalnya ini kan gunung ya. Gunung tuh kan pasti kan dari bawah ke atas, nggak mungkin. Tapi bisa juga sih gunung dari atas ke bawah ya. Dari bawah ke atas ya. Ya. Oh. Nggak bisa. Pokoknya itu bisa dipaksa. Please, jalannya salah please. Dingin. Gue pikir kotak lutan ini. Ini ada pintu juga. Itu ada lootingan. Oh, hanya ini monitoring, cok.
All this stuff. Wonder what they were doing here.
Apa yang mereka lakukan di sini?
Well, knowing Far Zenith, probably discovering amazing things for their own benefit.
Nyari yang sesuatu yang
Yeah.
keren lah.
That sounds about
Tapi
right.
ya buat mereka doang. Sip. Oke, kita lanjut lagi. Explore lagi. Bukan. Ini kenapa rusak nih? Please jangan cutscene please.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a Zero Dawn cradle facility.
Octagonic chamber.
What were they for?
Nah, di sini.
Remember when I told you I was made, not born? This is how.
Oh, ini kapsul pembuatan
A
anak, Cok.
machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
Oke, coba kita ke bawah dulu deh. Make sure aja di manaknya, make sure. Oh, jalan ke bawahnya nih. Kosong. Bunker door. Pintu apa nih? Tadi ke tempatnya kok luas sih. Sabar. Jangan ke situ dulu, Scan.
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
I don't think so.
Oke. Tadi udah ya? Udah nemuin belum katanya asetnya? Belum. Nah, itu kayaknya jalan utamanya deh. Soalnya tadi ada bangunan gede-gede gitu, Cok. Kita naik dulu. Make sure yang di atas tadi. Kita masih belum tahu nih maksud dan tujuannya Far Zenith ini apa nih. Maksudnya apalagi yang dicari gitu ya. Ini baru lari. Oh ini ke depan, Cok. Sama aja sebenarnya jalannya, Cok. LOL.
This place keeps on going. We better check in that room.
Ini ada pintu nih. Ada pintu yang kekunci. Seal integrity maintain. Oke. Kita tuh berarti kalau nggak salah dari bawah situ ya.
This place is huge.
Oh iya bener.
Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Storage room.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around.
Storage room ya, tempat
So,
penyimpanan.
how is Aaron taking all of this? Really?
Well, Gaia, the zeniths, the focus. It's a lot. But when I caught up to him in the Daunt and said you needed
He's a
our
big
help, he
mustache when I
dropped
need it.
everything and turned around.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
Ini ada grapple point buat apa, Cok? Tadi nanya juga kan, terus gimana sih Eren gini-gini, kayak pokoknya oke lah dia. Ini nggak mungkin nggak bos anjing di sini. Ini aneh banget kalau nggak bos di sini, sumpah. Ini ada grapple point. Akses konsol, oke. Voting dulu. Banyak tas juga nih, banyak. Gas lurus, tadi dulu jadi ini bukan RO, so. Tidak bisa main asal gas lurus jadi ini. Kita harus mendalami. Ini bohong nih kalau nggak bos ini nih. Oke, situ ada box. Akses konsolnya di depan ya. Ya kayak ada maksud ngapain ada nih gini-gini aja berapa poin aja. Cepot mana cepot? Nggak tahu jadi jangan nanya aku nggak tahu. Oke, di atas satu, situ dulu. Tapi situ ada pintu ya.
A control console to access the storage units.
Can it tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
Well, let's find out. Oh ini akses konsolnya, sebentar ya. Penting dulu, tapi kenapa banyak darah ya? Tuh banyak banget darah, Cok. Oke, gue kesalah udah ngambil ya. Apa ini? Tempat tidur kah? Salah kok kayak ngambil darah, Cok. Tapi semoga lah kuat. Berapa darah nih kita?
And 36 containers in storage. Please enter the container number you'd like to retrieve.
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
Oh iya.
You're right. I should check the log.
Tapi yang mana, Cok? Oh ini RCC. Oh bukan, si Cyclops ini yang drone. Oh ini yang tulisan text data point word. Yang takut bukan 236 sebenarnya, cuma spoon fit. Ah ini nih. We should be in the call with the zero down waiver negotiate. In essence for copy of all human knowledge. Apa nih? Clear from Daniel McGill. Bunch of all thing does instruct and assign for a copy of all human knowledge. Talk about bargain and the guy heading up to the sub function. Priority shift. Oh ini distress signal. 237 Spectre instruction. Command log. Progress report.
236 containers in storage.
Nah, 237 cok. Kenapa harus 236 cok? Kalau gua milih 236 ada scene lain kah? Sampai jam berapa ya? Belum tahu. Wih, manusia anjing. Lah, Elizabeth. Kalau ningan nih, cok.
Aloy. It's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Oh, dipotong dari kepalanya. Kenapa katanya?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsineth. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now.
Hah?
But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with.
Oh,
You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye. So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
nah eta. Kan?
Oh shit, they can fly. Aloy. Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Aaron?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
Oke, kita buy one.
I should prepare before the Spectre gets here. I can't let it get through to Varl and the clone.
Gimana cara prepare gimana prepare gimana cok? Dia punya Apollo, Artemis sama Eleuthia. Berarti satu yang kita bawa tuh Eleuthia. Oh, yang ngirim sinyal berarti si ini cok. Yang ngirim sinyal si siapa namanya teh? Si
Here it comes!
itu. Sama racun.
Used it all up.
400 ya. For some reason.
I should scan that thing. See if it has any weak spots.
Eloy. Ini udah posisi udah bagus, Eloy. Ini posisinya udah bagus, Eloy. Enak kali. Artemis ada di Gaia. Oh enggak, Artemis itu baru ada Minerva sama Aether. Artemis beda lagi. Nah, bingung deh. Aduh, gak kena goblok. Main pusi. 119. Tipis-tipis aja, tipis-tipis. 239. Oh, kepala ya? 24. Aduh, gak kena goblok.
Ammo.
Aether yang barusan kita ambil dari tempatnya Tenak. 24. Kayak worth pakai ini kali ya. Gua craft dulu bentar. Oke. Aduh, gak kena goblok. Kurang atas kayak. Kita pecah-pecahin dulu ininya, apa namanya, bagian-bagian dulu, kali ada yang nyusahin. Explosive. Oh, emang kalahnya sama peluru ini ya, peluru biasa ya. Oke. Ngapain kamu? Nggak bisa nyerang ya? Syukurin. Oh, bisa di sini.
There.
Easy.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Oke. Oh, jadi backup-annya tuh itu ya? Mayan. Vector toaster.
Rely on me. I can send it to my stash. Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Lari, tolongin teman kita, Cok. Kayak fight real baru di sini, baru di atas deh. Soalnya kan tadi kan ngebug kan. Si Eta mah kagak, kayak orang bego anjing. Oh, di sini kah? Oh, enggak. Masih harus jalan.
Aloy!
Aaron!
Yeah, the Spectre's dug its seals in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Cok,
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron.
Eren.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Apaan, Cok?
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
Anjing, main disuruh lawan begini mau modar, Cok. Ketapel.
Spectre's not budging from that spot. I might be able to sneak up on it if I stay out of its line of fire.
Look at that thing fizzing away. You have corroded. Let's now this is why I came along.
Anjing. Oh, mau ngelawan kamu. Gua ulti anjing. Biar gelas. Gak ada damage.
Down it goes.
Hahaha. Bye bye. Wah, apa nih? Kejatuhan sesuatu, Cir. Beta namanya, Cok.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but right now I'm seeing double.
Long story, but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer, but we need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
Beautiful.
If I can figure out how that thing works, maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
Oke. Kalau kita cari tahu harusnya sih nggak invisible banget ini ya. Ini apa nih? Oh, let's exit arrow. Mana?
Stuff for the stash.
Examine the weapon. Jauh bisa mental ini. Oh, ini nih cok, senjata yang ini tadi. Nah.
No. Damn it.
Nah, jadi abu. Tapi ada itunya cok. Kristal.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Sabar dong. Aether sama Apollo ya. Atau mungkin itu kali ya yang ngebuat mereka jadi lebih pintar ya, karena mereka punya database Apollo, ada ilmunya. Cuma Apollo, Lucia sama Assalamualaikum tadi apa ya namanya, lupa gue. Aether, nggak Aether kan tadi kita udah Apollo sama Artemis. Tadi kejatuhan senjata, cok. Tadi apa tadi? Kenapa di highlight gitu ya? Alamak, lupa. Berarti Apollo nggak dihancurin nih. Nah, itu kurang tahu deh.
If we can replicate it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths.
Oke.
I should check on the clone too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control room.
Okay.
The old ones used holograms for everything.
It let them experience a great many things.
Holograms are illusions, though. I wonder if at some point they just couldn't tell what was real anymore.
Dia
Maybe.
nggak tahu mana yang asli mana ini, cok.
But that doesn't mean they were wise.
Mereka pintar tapi nggak bijaksana gitu.
You
Nggak
okay?
bijak, sorry.
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
There's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. What you reading next?
I saw Gaia added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms. Guy reminded me of a cousin of mine. Thought he could trap lightning if he covered himself in Stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the claim to prove it. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do. With a spark
And boom.
and a boom.
Ini apa, penangkal petir ya? Diajarin. Ada lagi nggak?
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. And to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
Pusing tapi janji dia bisa gitu.
Did you speak with Beta at all?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. And when she did, I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl took care of her.
Pusing
No
dia.
use crowding someone when they're in a state.
I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
Pusing dia. Kasih eta.
Aloy, you're back.
Yeah, I'm just, checking up on how everyone's doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
Little?
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
Tembok yang kemarin runtuh runtuh. Udah jauh itu, Jap. Sudah runtuh, akhirnya orang-orang di situ jadi merasa tidak aman lagi dan ini apa namanya? Ngasih prajurit terbaik mereka buat jadi marshal. Itu tadi pagi.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my
bercocok
surprise
tanam
when
ya.
I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again.
Iya. Oke, masih ada lagi, masih ada lagi.
Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line.
Nah, gitu. Jadi sebenarnya robot-robot ini tuh menjaga ekosistem bumi. Cuma karena kontrolnya si Gaia itu self destruct, meledakkan diri sendiri, ditambah Hadesnya Hadesnya punya kesadaran, Gaianya ngebom diri, bunuh diri gitu. Akhirnya makanya jadi lepas kendali kan. Oh, ini gara-gara ini ya, ada percakapan ini karena mereka dikasih ilmu dari ini ya, Aether juga ya.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
Oke.
I need to get going.
Kita
May the land
ketemu
bloom in
Beta
your
dulu.
steps.
May the land bloom, may the tan gitu ya. May the forge gitu. Beda suku, beda ucapan. Kita ke bawah dulu kali ya, underground.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her.
Jadi robotnya lepas kendali, ada orang di belakangnya atau emang error sistem aja yang ada kendalinya. Sorry, bukan ada kendali, ada orang di belakangnya. Nah, ini orang kendali itu tadi ada manusia-manusia zaman dulu yang berhasil pindah ke planet lain, terus dia balik lagi gitu. Jadi karena lepas kendali itu, yang kontrol tuh yang Gaia tuh, jadinya dia juga ya udah meledakkan diri. Jadi robot-robot tuh nggak punya kontrol gitu, jadi dia bebas mau ngapain gitu. Kayak gak jelas aja arahnya mau kemana gitu. Jat.
Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacrum withdrawal syndrome. I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall.
Cik, bahasa apa ini, Cuk?
Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Booting up. So, Aloy, I suppose you want information about you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? But let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you, does that mean that you're... I'm not like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship. I spent years studying in my training interface, all so that I could serve my function. Access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
Jadi orang-orang yang tadi tuh orang lama, Tata. Ya, jadi mereka orang lama. Terus sebelum berangkat mereka ngasih fake info kalau pesawatnya meledak. Dia terbang ke planet yang mati, ya udah sekarat lah. Terus mereka mau balik lagi untuk ngebersihin semuanya dan mulai lagi kembali bumi. Dan itu mereka orang lama, orang dari 1000 tahun yang lalu berarti. Dan mereka nggak tua karena tadi kan teknologi shit things itu. Ditambah si Beta itu dibuat lah di pesawat menuju ke bumi. Dengan harapan dia belajar tentang Zero Dawn. Dia nih si Beta nih, kembarannya nih, si cloningnya nih belajar tentang Zero Dawn. Si Gaia dan kawan-kawannya subordinate niatnya pengen benerin, pengen ngefix kan. Tapi ternyata tujuannya malah mau dimusnahin dulu dan mulai dari awal lagi gitu. Aloy cloningan Beta. Aloy itu memang diciptakan sesuai dengan apa namanya? Ya begini, beda konsep. Aloy ini diciptakan sama Gaia. Jadi di Horizon pertama di Zero Dawn kan Hades itu dikasih sinyal sama musuh kita yang sekarang. Hadesnya udah sadar. Ternyata Gaianya ini tahu nih Hades ini sadar. Makanya Gaia meledakkan diri biar Hadesnya ikut mati. Ternyata Hadesnya selamat dan jadi musuh di Horizon 1. Terus sebelum meledak, Gaia itu ngebikin kayak ya cloning, maksudnya kayak bikin anak gitu ya. Nah, anak itu Aloy. Nah, tapi dia dibuat di pesawat, dibuatnya sama si musuhnya, sama si tadi orang-orang aneh itu. Jadi secara konsep Aloy ini gimana ya? Secara konsep Aloy ini kayak punya jalan sesuai sama Elizabeth Sobek, sama ininya, sama orang aslinya gitu kan. Elizabeth Sobek, Aloy gitu kan. Aloy ini kan kayak DNA-nya gitu lah, DNA-nya yang mirip banget sama Elizabeth Sobek. Nah, Beta ini dibuat memang tujuannya buat mempelajarin Zero Dawn. Tadi kan dia belajar Zero Dawn, katanya mau ngefix, ternyata mau ngebantai semuanya di bumi dan ngulang lagi. Karena orang-orang yang terbang ke planet lain itu mungkin gagal kali ya. Karena pesawatnya kan, planet yang dituju kan ternyata mati gitu, maksudnya sekarat gitu. Jadi dia pengen ngambil alih bumi lagi gitu. Jadi ini sama-sama DNA-nya Elizabeth Sobek, tapi jalannya beda gitu. Sebenarnya jalannya sama sih. Yang kiri kan si Beta ini juga kan niatnya kan pengen benerin Gaia, cuma karena kepalanya kan, kalau yang cloning ini kan kepalanya si orang-orang aneh itu tuh yang dari luar angkasa, orang-orang lama. Kalau Aloy kan emang kepalanya tuh Gaia gitu. Oke, kita coba tanya-tanya lagi. Zenith Plan, rencana Zenith di bumi.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth.
Nah, tuh.
That's what Gaia and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want.
Nah,
Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that.
ya kan beda. Kalau misalnya kita mau nyelamatin bumi sesuai dengan keadaannya sekarang, jadi manusia itu masih hidup, hewan, tanaman dan sebagainya. Tapi kalau yang si orang aneh, dia benar-benar mau ngebantai semua apapun itu dan start ulang gitu sesuai dengan kemauannya si Farzenit. Nah ini peran di Farzenit nih apa nih si Beta nih?
The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities.
Oh nih.
So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it. They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit.
Oke. Ya. Jadi emang Gaia itu kan ciptaannya Elizabeth Sobek. Berarti secara nggak langsung perintah-perintah kayak kalau lo nontonnya di awal yang ada pintu sebelum yang kita setelah ngedelete Hades sebelum ketemu sama orang-orang aneh itu kan ada pintu-pintu yang memang dia pintunya pintu DNA lah, jadi harus cuma Elizabeth Sobek doang yang bisa kan. Nah karena kita DNA-nya Elizabeth Sobek, makanya kita dari Horizon 1 sampai sekarang tuh bisa masuk ke facility gitu kan. Termasuk dia nih, dia diciptakan kan sesuai dengan DNA-nya Elizabeth Sobek, jadi kayak dipaksa untuk ya udahlah lo DNA-nya sama, berarti lo bisa ngeakses sistemnya Gaia gitu. Sampai-sampai gue mau ke toilet lagi. Berbahaya ceritanya berbahaya. Nah, berarti semuanya masuk akal. Si Hades bilang, sinyal yang dikirim dari orang-orang aneh itu kan 8,6 tahun. Ya kalau nggak salah. Tapi karena sinyalnya nggak nyampe, dia kirim 2 kali, jadinya 17,2. Terus dari situ Gaia bisa tahu yang ngirim sinyal nih orang luar gitu. Makanya mungkin karena dia ngirim 2 kali itu Hadesnya baru sadar nih gitu kan. Kiriman pertama nggak nyampe, Gaia nge-track, orang aneh tuh ngasih sinyal lagi, misteri sinyal yang kalau misalnya tadi dia ngomong kan misteri sinyal, exterminate sinyal. Gak mau ganti style apa bajunya lagi OP yang ini cok gitu. Jadi mungkin di Horizon pertama, cara pertama untuk ngebantai seluruh makhluk hidup yang ada di bumi menggunakan sinyal di Hades, menggunakan sinyal ke Hades, jadinya Hades lepas kendali. Extinction signal nih artinya.
So you know about the extinction signal. It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise.
Nah kan, surprise. Oh bener juga cok. Berarti dengan gaya tahu bahwa sinyal ini maksudnya situasi yang lebih berbahaya lagi gitu kan, lebih berbahaya lagi ketimbang Hades gitu ya. Maksudnya Hades ini udah berbahaya gitu, lepas kendali. Hades sudah lepas kendali karena orang aneh itu, orang-orang aneh itu, makanya Gaia niatnya mau bunuh diri gitu kan. Gaia si Gaia itu mau meledakkan diri sendiri. Di Horizon 1 niatnya mau ngeledakin si Hades juga, jadi biar Hades tuh ikut mati bersama si Gaia kan. Kedua, dengan gayanya itu self destruct, berarti otomatis mereka tuh orang-orang aneh tuh kalaupun turun ke bumi nggak bisa ngapa-ngapain juga gitu, karena gayanya juga kan udah mati gitu, gayanya udah nggak ada gitu, udah self destruct gitu. Makanya kan ya udah Gaia juga ngeklon kita gitu ya, ngeklon Elizabeth Sobek gitu kita gitu, dengan harapan jalan hidupnya Elizabeth Sobek juga tumbuh di Eloy gitu. Coba kita nanya lagi about the Zenith.
So we're dealing with the same far Zenith people who once lived on Earth.
Nah tuh.
What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up the base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end they always do what he says.
Bawahannya ya?
Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
Eric.
He enjoys hurting people. Yeah, I know. You mentioned the Zenith set up a base here on Earth. Where is it?
Off the coast, I think. Whenever I had to go on missions, I was transported inside of a Spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside. But I did overhear the Zeniths talking about it once.
Di coast ya?
They were discussing setting up a perimeter energy shield to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures. Spectre patrols, machine lures. It must be impregnable.
What's inside the base?
Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit. Plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need.
Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met?
I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony.
You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened?
All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A.
The Zeniths never told you any details.
They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth 1,000 years ago, and then Sirius.
Guess they survived old age too.
Ternyata masih banyak ya. Jadi posisi mereka ada di coast apa ya bahasa Indonesia ya? Terus ternyata juga banyak orang-orang lama yang masih hidup berarti. Dan itu tempat base itu bisa kirim dia terbang lagi ke orbit. Terus scatter, banyak defense di sana juga. Cing.
How did you escape the Zeniths?
Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run, I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity.
Jadi waktu tahu siapa tuh namanya? Waktu tahu ada di Eluthia, dia kabur ya. Eluthia tadi apa di tempat kesehatan tadi.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do exactly?
Dia ngapain katanya?
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me.
The one the rebels killed, outside the facility.
Baina's dead? How did they bypass her shield?
I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape?
Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission.
Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Luthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
Iya ya, jadi waktu ada sinyal Elutia, dia cuma dijaga sendirian. Nah, yang jagain dia tadi yang mati, yang tadi di awal-awal. Ya enggak, Asep tadi kan yang di awal-awal. Terus dia ngirim sinyal 236. Berarti itu pengecoh ya, 236 ya. 236 tuh bisa ngecoh, bisa apa gitu. Dikirim ke sini. Gitu kan, dikirim ke Gaia base. Terus kita kan bisa nge-track. Ternyata aslinya 237. Itu cloningnya manusia asli. Nggak tahu, entah manusia entah robot, nggak tahu juga sih. Ntar, gue coba baca lagi deh.
You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Luthia. What did you do exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Bane's dead. How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Luthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Luthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
Iya, waktu transmitternya ini ya. Nah, ntar, sekali lagi, Cok. Tadi ada yang nggak dapat nih. Ada satu kalimat tadi yang ini.
What did you do exactly?
Yang waktu transmitter.
Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. But Bane's dead.
Yang mau baca subtitle dulu.
How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Luthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Luthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
Oh, mereka tuh nggak bawa ya. Mereka tuh mentransmisiin data anjir. Jadi nggak bawa kayak kita. Kalau kita kan dibawa gitu. Terus di distract gitu ya. Yeah.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it? That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
Anjir, arsip yang nggak bisa diakses ya. Jadi kita nggak tahu kenapa mereka punya DNA Elizabeth Sobek gitu.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that? But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress. Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it. The Zeniths have a copy. So it still exists. And you got to learn from it. Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it. To have all that knowledge, just out of reach, must have been frustrating.
Oh anjing, mereka punya Apollo cok, anjing. Pantas dikasih data kan gini-gini, belajar gini. Ternyata mereka punya kopiannya Apollo cok, sebelum di delete sama Ted Faro. Oke.
Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you Want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaia's fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location. Of course not.
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
Iya.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
Jadi mungkin tadi kenapa dia komplain juga ya, karena ya secara nggak langsung dia kan udah tahu database Apollo, jadi dia kayak punya database ilmu pengetahuan, makanya dia kayak kaget. Lo sampai sekarang lu belum dapat Hephaestus buat ngalahin si Varzenit gitu kan? Kok lu bisa sih, kayak lama banget gitu waktunya. Sementara kan kita kan orang jadul yang nggak tahu apa, benar-benar baru tahu dari Horizon 1 kan. Makanya dia kayak tiba-tiba tahu stepnya harus gini gitu kan. Makanya kayak ya ibaratnya kayak dia udah pinter, terus kitanya masih hahaha gitu, masih ngangu-ngangu gitu. Yeah. Makanya kayak dia nyesel datang ke sini, bisa ditemuin semua orang kan mati gitu. Apalagi Gaia mungkin posisinya bisa kerebut gitu kan. Berarti Faro delete Apollo karena dia salah satu dari orang lama. Iya, jadi kan banyak perusahaan lah, ada Ted Faro tuh mati. Ted Faro tuh mati di salah satu kayak bunker. Terus kalau nggak salah di hampir mau ending deh, terus kayak apanya ya gue lupa, kayak oksigennya di satu ruangan itu dibikin mati atau apa gitu, gue lupa. Ted Faro mati. Nah, ada satu perusahaan lagi, Varzenit ini kan dia apa namanya? Kalau lo nontonnya di awal, dia tuh kayak nge-copy dari belakang gitu. Jadi ada aplikasi Gaia, kan ada Gaia ada subcoordinate-nya. Nah, di-copy sama dia diem-diem. Nah, mungkin bisa dan mungkin dibawa ke luar angkasa zaman dulu tuh 1000 tahun yang lalu. Makanya kan kenapa sih tadi dia bilang dia punya kopiannya Apollo, punya kopi aplikasi yang buat ilmu pengetahuan gitu. Makanya waktu awal-awal kita ke apa namanya, ke apa sih namanya, fasilitas yang di awal banget tuh sebelum cerita, kan ada si siapa namanya, Travis Tate kan. Lo mau ngambil kopiannya ini, mau ngambil kopiannya apa namanya, Ted apa Varzenit, terus divacuumin gitu kan. Oke, kita coba komplain dulu soal gimana caranya ngelawan orang-orang mereka, Cok.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Ya, yang transmisi sih itu.
Yeah, I
Si
also
Deta.
recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it.
Apa tuh, bola disco?
Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology. But not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence. Ya benar.
Based on your data,
Silence.
that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get. I'm back, Gaia.
Hello, Aloy.
Ntar lo, gue masih mau pengen tahu senjata barunya itu, Cok. Berarti tadi senjata tuh didesain, terus kalau nggak salah setelah desain itu tuh meledak dan ngilangin datanya korup gitu ya. Tadi harus baca sih, itu harus di pause soalnya nggak bisa harusnya nggak bisa diulang gitu percakapannya. Tapi nanti gue baca. Jadi pokoknya intinya senjata itu sebenarnya efektif buat ngalahin shieldnya. Tapi entah kenapa setelah dipakai atau apa rusak filenya tuh di dalam bolanya itu. Makanya tadi kita kayak aduh nih silent lagi gitu kan. Beta.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising.
Ntar gue baca dulu deh tuh. Terang ya. Oh, ini banyak, Cok. Bentar. Oh, ini.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So you could build an army of machines. Attack the Zeniths and take them out.
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth. human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of a Festus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the far zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
Artemis
Ah,
rewilded the
sama
earth.
ini mah.
Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing,
Mohon maaf, ini bisa di skip nggak ya? Halo?
and disseminating on all
Oh, bisa.
Pharaoh, huh?
and he
Bisa
All
di skip.
three, or were? Do you still need?
restore empower.
Maaf.
Unfortunately,
I guess that will.
Sama. Sorry. Tata sama aja. Oke. Kita plan to... Oh, ini dijelasin nih.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out life on Earth. Start over, so they can build it how they want.
further supporting our hypothesis.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions in their colony on Sirius. They may be trying to recreate that environment here.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. Their own personal playground.
Oke. Mau dibuat kayak Sirius ya.
So the Zeniths are the same people who left Earth. Physically immortal. How'd they figure it out?
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is plausible that prominent geneticists and engineers were offered a place aboard the Odyssey in exchange for their expertise. Given enough time, technology, and resources, any challenge can be overcome.
Oh.
Like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Pharaoh Plague.
Exactly.
Oh, generasi ya. Oh, ini punya backup-annya Gaia, punya Minerva juga ya. Jadi mungkin di apa sih, di regen lagi lah anjir si orang-orang itu anjir.
The Zeniths. Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Verbena. Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything about them?
Unfortunately, no. My personal database is limited to those who worked on Zero Dawn. Additionally, it appears Far Zenith was quite secretive about their members. Only one, Oswald Dahlgard, was ever publicly known.
Right. He was the spokesperson back at their old launch facility.
What we can conclude from your and Beta's experiences is that the Zeniths are ruthless in pursuit of their goal. To protect life on Earth, they must be stopped.
Oke.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy of the system for Far Zenith, but Elizabeth and Travis Tate caught him first.
Yes. It is likely Far Zenith acquired knowledge on the system's design through him, despite his failure.
Pengkhianat yang kalau di radio tuh kalau nggak salah Travis Tate tuh kayak ngebunuh si Shawn ya. Kan kalau didengar radio yang awal-awal tuh kayak entah diinjek, entah dilindes, entah ketiban atau apa gitu ya. Jadi kayak orang dalam lah tadi si Shawn itu. Jadi si Shawn itu kayak ngasih info ke Far Zenith kalau ya ini teknologinya kayak gini loh. Makanya si Far Zenith itu jadi paham tentang aplikasi Gaia gitu kan.
So from what Beta told me, I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounters with them amply demonstrate, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used stripped their shield somehow.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
Ya. Berarti sebenarnya baju yang di Horizon pertama tuh bajunya Far Zenith ya. Oke.
I'll be off.
Farewell, for now.
Oh, ada side quest ini. Oke, ada side quest di sini. Sea of Sand ya. Ternyata kita nggak dapet yang siapa tadi namanya? Elutia ternyata kita nggak dapet yang. Kok pikir dapat? Soalnya ada kotaknya tadi kan. Nah, Talana nih. Kita udah bisa. Ini apa nih? Flying to the mountain top. Oh, ini beberapa bisa, Cok. Oke. Kita coba kerjain quest dulu deh ya. Berarti di sini kita masih belum tahu gimana cara nembusin shieldnya ya. Render, Cok.
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. It makes you want to punch something.
More like someone.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
Ini training ya.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift. To thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from one seed. That seemed to help a bit.
Udah ya?
I see everyone settling in.
Oh, belum.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place.
Oke. Udah ya?
I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Ada quest nih. Questnya si Zoe. Si ini mana, Cok?
Aloy,
There are more supplies in the chest. Help yourself.
Oke. Mana chestnya nih?
looks like Gaia was able to unlock that door.
Mana chest on dia?
I wonder what it's like.
Si itu mana, Cok? Siapa tuh namanya? Si Kotalo. Bukan, ini mah keluar, Cok. Oh, tuh dia tuh. Bukan, ini mah kamar kita, anjing. Oh, ini dia.
Gaia, what was this room for?
This was intended to be a recreational room for control center
Rekreasi.
operatives. I have repurposed the displays to track Regala's activity in the region.
Oh,
A useful warm-up.
oke.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, but I must ask. The woman Varl and Aaron brought in, she's
related to you?
It's hard to explain. She's more of a copy.
Good. If she's anything like you, we've just gained reinforcements.
Maybe.
Waduh, panjang
You
nih.
said you were training with the Focus?
That's right. I've been watching holograms of your first fight with the Zenith Spectres. They are faster and more agile than any machines I've faced before. How many do the Zeniths have?
I'm not sure. Probably a lot.
I would not wish to face them en masse.
I'm with you there.
Udah ya? Oh, masih ada lagi.
Getting Ether out of the grove made for quite a spectacle.
One that showed the entire tribe that Hikaro's mission for peace is the correct path, for it is now blessed by the Ten themselves.
Oke.
I heard my friend Talana came by the base. Did you get a chance to meet her?
Briefly. A bold woman going into Tanakh territory with that Karja armor of hers. She'll be lucky if my people don't shoot her on sight.
She'll be careful. She's just looking for someone who might need her help.
Whoever it is, they better be worth dying for.
Ya worth it lah untuk dicari gitu ya. Absen, halo. Si Kopam nih.
Have you had a chance to speak with Varl?
Briefly. He fought well against Regala's troops at Barren Light. Are all Nora as skilled as the two of you?
I'm not exactly one of them. But anyway, the Nora can hold their own. They managed to push the Karja from their lands.
I thought my tribe was the only one to have done that.
Impressive.
Impressive.
Oke, the Tenak. Kita ngobrol Tenak. Apa nih?
Why did Takote think you wouldn't be a threat to him if he sent you to the Cool Route?
Takote knew that if I survived the Cool Route, I'd be forced to forsake the clan to serve the Tanakh as a whole.
Ya udah ya.
I'd never be allowed to challenge his command, even if I wanted to. After our victory at Barren Light, Takote spoke to our people, said it would be selfish to rob Hikaro and the marshals of a warrior like myself. Even though he knew perfectly well, I had no intention. It was exile. Guys,
Oh, dia udah
so
nih.
I became...
I'm sorry.
I am not.
Udah nih.
What did Chief Hikaro say when you...
Oh, udah nih juga, udah. Oke, udah cukup kali ya.
Now that you know who the enemy is,
I'll admit, I find them hard to grasp.
for now.
I will leave the strategy team. I trust you will point my blade.
Oke.
I need to go.
On your way then.
Oke. Makasih lo Bonfire ya. Kita ke quest ini dulu deh. Kita bantuin si ini dulu nih, bantuin si siapa nih namanya tuh? Talana. Kita bantuin Talana dulu. Buat nyari siapa namanya? Avadis. Thank you. Kita kerjain satu-satu aja. Let's go. Wah. Di mana dia? Di Camp of Nowhere. Oke. Oh. Gas lah, pakai fast travel anjing. Lurus. Aduh, mantap. Kalau ngikutin main questnya tuh seru gitu. Cuma kalau nggak side quest tuh levelnya ketinggalan anjing. Kayak tadi lawan robot kayak Pokemon dia bentuknya. Pokemon Gurita tuh loh. Siapa sih namanya? Yang Pokemon generasi 1 aja. Terus robotnya elastis gitu aja. Aneh banget. Entah di merge sama makhluk hidup apa gimana, nggak ngerti deh. Berbahaya. Di squad rame juga ya. Oke.
That Osram camp Talana and I were trying to find should be...
Ini ada rumor di sini. Nah, kayak ada rumor kok bener. Nah, aku mau dapetin rumor deh. Ada apa, Pak? Kok ada apa kok?
One of our scouts found some ancient ruins southwest
Ancient
of
ruin,
here.
boleh.
Had a look for myself, but came out empty-handed. I can't shake the feeling we missed something.
Oh well. Must be my disappointment talking.
Maybe you'll have better luck next time.
Relik. Oke, kita ganti baju kali ya. Ini tuh weapons. Oh, valor su critical resilient trapper. Oh, pantas sakit, kurang ajar. Ini sebenarnya armornya bagus sih. Stamina regen, valor suit master. Belum ada senjata yang lebih bagus lagi ya. Tenak martial. Woi, eta dapat baju. Melee damage. Weapon stamina. Sebenarnya jauh bajunya jauh bagusan ini sih. Warrior mix gear. Apa?